Hello everybody. This is I guess going to be the last day here. We have one more night and we check out tomorrow on Tuesday at 12. And as I was talking about, this is Abilene Lake, by the way. We're here at the Abilene Lake. We're at the pier here. Beautiful day, nice and windy. And we're planning on catching some fish on this trip. We didn't, but that goes back to preparedness. We had our rods, we had a few boppers. Apparently the hooks that I'm using are way too big, and because I like to bass fish, and I wanted to see if I can catch me a tasty bass out here. We did get some worms down in Buffalo Gap at a gas station. We ran out of worms today. So as far as preparedness, I want to prepare myself to be a better fisherman, physically and then also spiritually. But in order to be, I would imagine, in order to be a good fisherman, spiritually, you should at least know how to be a pretty fair fisherman in real life. So in this scenario, the rigs were alright, the hook was not sufficient, the hook was too big. What would you think that would mean about maybe a hook being too big? Teresa's asleep. What do you think it would mean for a hook to be too big?
Need a boat.
Oh, really? No, but like on a spiritual aspect. I think you gotta, I guess it's like the concept of like you gotta crawl before you walk, right? I would imagine. Get yourself some small fish first, right? The easy ones. Learn to catch perch. Learn to catch little small fish, small bass. And then you work your way up, I would imagine. When were we here? Yesterday? It wasn't yesterday, right? The day before yesterday? We had a couple here that we had met, James and Danielle. Danielle. And they were catching, but they were using minnows as their bait, and they also had some like cherry Kool-Aid marinated chicken breast. And they caught, they threw back though. They didn't have any keepers. So I guess it's all about enticing the fish with your bait, something that's going to attract the fish. In this case, the fish are equivalent to men, because if you're a fisherman of men, you're trying to catch men for the Lord. So you have to have some pretty enticing bait. What's going to lure them in to be caught by the consuming fire of the Lord? What bait can we use? Of course, all different fish like different things, just as different types of men are attracted to certain things. And I guess that's what we have to pinpoint, I guess, to be fishermen of men. It also goes back to who's receptive to the truth and who's not. I mean, I'm not talking about wasting time on anybody, but when somebody is not receptive to the truth, they don't want to hear anything about it. The Bible says you dust off your boots, your sandals, and dust yourself off and you move on, you're gonna find the people who are receptive to the truth. So I guess that goes back to the hook, because even one soul for the Lord, it's like that parable of one lamb that was lost, and when they found the lamb, they were happy for finding the lamb, and that to the shepherd, that one lamb was worth more than the other lambs, because he was lost and he was found. So even if we were able to catch the easier, more receptive ones to the truth, that's a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. We can worry about those big mouth bass later, huh? Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Not sure what's next in store next. We might take my little dog Baby Bear to swim. She was walking along the shoreline right there. We walked all around the shoreline, past the little the loading dock for the kayaks, and we jumped over there and we kept on going until a point where there was like a tree that kind of stopped me, but she was able to just run through it. So I had to pull her back, and I told her, no, let's head back. So we came back. But she likes the water. She likes to put her feet in the water. She saw me swimming and she got in there. We went kayaking the other day, and I pulled her off to the side as soon as we got a little closer to the loading dock, and she swam for a little bit. So she's not scared of the water. She likes the water. She likes to go after the grasshoppers out here, and they have some big grasshoppers. So she finds them and she plays with them. Oh, that wind! It's so nice and peaceful out here. Well, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's day, and I'm just thinking about being prepared and preparedness, because this is what really these festivals or these feasts are for. The Feast of Tabernacles is to prepare us for when Christ returns and reigns on earth for 1,000 years, the millennial reign. And as far as preparedness, I wasn't prepared to fish. So it all comes down to the tools. Always comes down, or also comes down to the bait. And I think I wanna start small. That was my intention, but maybe my hooks are a little too big. So what I'm gonna do when I head back to town, once I get done with my work that I have to do, since I'll be getting back to work on Wednesday, I'm gonna look into getting maybe some lures or getting some better bait, some smaller hooks, some more boppers, something attractive. So I'm gonna work on my rig, and once I get that settled in, I think we might go take a trip to Calaveras or Bronick and see if we can catch anything out there. That's all God willing, of course. But y'all have a blessed and safe day, and I'll try to get back with y'all soon.